Hi everyone, my name is John and today I will be talking about educational websites. Now, there are actually a lot of educational websites out there, but today I will be focusing more about Google Classroom, Google Meet, and Google Forms. I'm not sure if I can discuss them in detail within a short time, but let me try. Alright, so I'm gonna start with Google Classroom. What is Google Classroom? Google Classroom is an online service where you can create your class, make announcements, make assignments, and grade your assignments, okay, or mark the students. The best thing about Google Classroom is that it's easy to use and accessible from all devices. You can use Google Classroom on your phone. You can download the application. You can also use it on your iPad or tablet or using your laptop or your desktop computer. Now, how do we get started with Google Classroom? I know that every one of us is already familiar with this, so let me discuss this very quickly. Like other Google applications, the first thing that you need to have is your Google account. Once you have your Google account, you need to sign in using that account and open a web browser. In your web browser, just type classroom.google.com, or you can also type Google Classroom in the search bar, and when the results came out, just click Google Classroom and you will be directed to Google Classroom. Step number 2 is to click the plus icon in the top right corner, then select Create Class. When you create your class, there will be 4 information which you can type. You have the class name, the section, the subject, and the room. But actually, only one information is required, only the class name. So you can skip the section, the subject, and the room if you don't want to type anything there. Step number 3 is you add your students by inviting them using their email, or just copy and send them the link. So when you invite your students, you type their email, okay, and then you send them the invitation. But it's actually easier to just send them the code. Let your students join Google Classroom by typing the code. Or another step is you can send them the link, the invitation link, and your students can just simply click the link and join your class. Now, what are the features of Google Classroom? So on Google Classroom, you can share files, you can make assignments, and grade assignments. This is what you can see on Google Classroom. You have the stream, the class work, the people. Here you can see the students who joined your class and their marks. You also have these options. You can select the theme if you want to change the theme or upload a photo for your theme. This is the class code which you can give to your students for them to join your class. Also, in this corner, you can have here the announcements. When you posted announcements, your students can see them here, okay, in this corner. When you make announcements, okay, you have these options to post it right away, or schedule the announcement, or save it first as a draft. You also have these options. You can send the announcement to all students or only to some students, which you can choose by clicking check on student's name. And also you can have the options to post it only to one class or to all your classes. For example, you are handling 4 classes. You can click here and choose all those classes so that everyone can see your announcements. Also, you can add files by clicking here. You can add files, you can add link, or attach something in your announcement. Now let's go to Google Meet. So Google Meet is also an online platform where you can meet your students, or maybe use this to have a meeting with anyone else, or with anyone you wish to have a meeting with. You can use Google Meet. When you click Google Meet, you will have two options. You can create an instant meeting or a scheduled meeting. And when your meeting is ready, you can see this information which you can copy and send to the participants of your meeting. For example, you send this information to your students. And your students can just simply click on the link, and when they join your class, they have these options. They can mute their microphone, turn on their camera, or they can just join your class right away. Also, they can check their audio or check their video. Okay, so this is what Google Meet looks like when you join Google Meet. When you are presenting, you have these options. You have you can pin. Okay, you can pin the presentation or you can pin someone. Now these are the icons that you can find on Google Meet. So first we have the meeting name. Also we have the microphone, which you can click this when you want to turn your microphone on or you turn it off. Also your camera if you want to turn it on or off. Also you can turn on the captions. The captions are usually in English. If you want to raise your hand, you can click this icon. So when you want to share something, for example, you want to present your PowerPoint presentation, just click this. And then you can share your tab, your window, or your screen. When you are presenting a PowerPoint presentation, my advice is you just share it as a tab. You don't share your entire screen. So first is you open your PowerPoint presentation, and then you go to Google Meet and click Share tab, and you choose from among the tabs your presentation. And also you can change the settings, the background, the layout, and more by clicking this icon. And when you want to leave the meeting, you can click this. Also, when you want to see the participants of the meeting, you can click here, the people, okay, this icon. And if you want to join the chat, you can click this one. If you want to change the layout, like I said, you can click this icon, change the layout. You can also make it full screen, okay, and also other settings. You can check the settings here. If you want to report a problem, report abuse, and you have. Now there are also other features of Google Meet, especially if you are the host of the meeting. You can mute someone, or you can remove someone from the meeting. Now I think that's enough for Google Meet. Let's now move on to Google Forms. Now Google Form is used when you want to make exams or quizzes, make a survey, and many other things. And you can discover these things as you use this service. Now I just want to be quick about this. There are actually many things to discuss about this one, but I'm not sure if I still have time. This is actually the title of the form. Here is the first part are the questions. Okay, the second part is the responses. Okay, you can see the responses of the students, and here the total points if the form is a quiz. Okay, the second part here you have the responses. Here you can see the number of the responses, meaning these are the number of students who took the test or the quiz. And here you can click this icon to create a spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, you can now see the information that the students answered in the quiz, and also their total points. So you can also have these options. You can check for the summary, meaning you can find there the number of quizzes that are missed by the students. I mean the number of items that are missed by the students. Also the question. When you click when you click this, you can find there the question and then the responses of the students. Okay, and for individual, you can check how a particular student responded in the form. Now in this part, okay, when you click this icon, you can see the settings. So in the settings, you'll have these options. You can collect the emails of your respondents. Okay, you can also limit the response to only one. Okay, and you can have these options if you want your respondents to edit after submission, or they can see the summary charts and the text responses. For presentation, you can shuffle the question order, meaning when you shuffle the question order, when two students are using the form or opening the form, they will have different questions. Okay, each student will be reading a different questions, which is this is good if you are making the form as a quiz. Okay, you can make this a quiz, can have this option, make this a quiz. And when do you release the grade? You can release the grade immediately after submission or later after a manual review. And students can either see the missed questions, the points, okay, the point values of each item, and also the correct answer. If you click check on this information. Okay. Also, if you want to send the form or share the form, you can click send form. Okay, send form. This one, send, and you copy the link, or you can shorten the URL and just copy them and send them to your students. Also, we have add-ons on Google Form. You can have the form timer and like this. There are actually many add-ons on Google Form which you can discover by yourself, and most of them are actually not free. So if you want to use a form timer, you can use this. They have the trial, also this one, the Quill Go. They have trials, which after that, after you use the trial, you have to pay, you have to subscribe. And you can also click the icon here, and when you click this, you can have these options. You can make a copy of your form, or you can delete your form, or you can print your form. And also you have here, this is what I'm talking about, the add-ons. This is a very amazing feature of Google Form, and when you explore this, you will find a lot of amazing things about Google Form. When you click add-ons, you can have the options to make a certificate for your students. For example, if they reach a certain score, they will receive a certificate which Google will send to them. You can find it here on in this option. And also, if you want to change your preferences, you can just click this. Now, when you're making your quiz, for example, you can make a multiple choice exam, okay, or short answer, paragraph. Okay, just explore this, these choices. Okay, so there ends my presentation about Google Classroom, Google Meet, and Google Form. If you have any question, please do ask me, and I'm willing to help you. I can say that I have mastered these educational websites because we've been using this for 2 years now, and I attended a training and a seminar on how to use this educational websites, especially Google Form. If you try to discover the features of Google Form, you'll actually be amazed that it has those amazing features. Okay, also at this time, I also would like to add something on my report. I want to tell you other educational websites and applications which you can use in your classroom to make your class more exciting, more fun, and will make your students more interested in your class. The first one is Kahoot. Kahoot is an online-based platform. You can use this to make quizzes. It also has an application which you can download online. Okay, Quizalize. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. This is also an amazing game. This is where you can make quizzes as well and play this with your students. This is very amazing, and my students actually like this game. The next one is Quizziz. Well, I can say that Quizziz is the most exciting game-based online platform, which you can use with your students. It works like Kahoot and Quizalize, but Quizziz is more exciting because it makes use of different colors and different animals, which I'm sure that your students will love. And it gives points according to how fast you respond to the questions. The next one is Quizlet. This is actually the most amazing learning platform because on Quizlet, uh, you can make flashcards and you can study them, and also you can play games where you can master the subject. Actually, Quizlet is specializing on mastering any subject. I don't know how to really say that, but Quizlet is making use of flashcards and games and a lot more options to really help you memorize the subject, memorize the vocabulary. So I also use this with my students and they like this. They like it. Also, we have here Padlet. Now, Padlet, unlike Kahoot, Quizziz, and Quizalize, is not a game-based learning platform. Padlet is actually an online platform that works like a sticky note. I don't know actually how to explain that, but this is amazing because using Padlet, your students can participate anonymously, meaning they don't have to write their names there. They can just participate. And what makes this unique from other learning platforms is that this makes your students feel interested and feel motivated to write their answers, write their responses, and participate in the class because um, they will not be afraid of their answers because nobody knows who writes those answers. So you can also use this uh, learning platform. Okay, just type it on Google Padlet. And also, I want to share about QR code generator. So when you don't want to send your students a link, you can actually create a QR code. Okay, how do you create a QR code? Just type on Google QR code generator, and then just copy the link. Okay, just copy the link that you want to generate a QR code with, and then you paste it here, and automatically your QR code will be generated, and it's actually for free. Okay, um, I use this in my class because it's very easy. I just give them the QR code and they just scan it. You don't need to send them the link. Just give them the QR code and they just can scan it. And the last one is Schoology. So Schoology works exactly like Google Classroom, but I'm not sure if you're using this. If you don't like Google Classroom, you can choose Schoology. Okay. Many other teachers say that um, Schoology works better than Google Classroom. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but you can try it if you want. Um, in my school, we are required to use Google Classroom, so we're not using Schoology. But if you want to try this, this is actually also amazing because they said that it has organization and a lot of more beautiful features compared to Google Classroom. Okay, so that ends my discussion. I hope you like it. If you have any question, please ask me, and I'm willing to help you. Okay, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.